There you go. There you go.
There we
Session
go.
21. Did
Mhm.
you know, fun fact, that you're basically 7 sessions behind everybody else, but you're all canonically basically at the same time with everybody else?
Well, we
We're
did
the
I
have
best.
to
don't care.
cancel some
We should go
sessions.
kill them.
Oh boy.
A little PvP action.
I
Oh
think we
my
have
God.
enough problems right now.
Yeah. Everybody. Let's just say everybody is having their own personal problems, and your problems are probably the least worrisome. Anyway. So, session 21. Allow me to ask one simple thing, the same thing I ask every single week. Except the times I don't. Are you ready to begin?
I ask it
Yes.
every time, unless it's not every time.
Exactly. You miss
Time to hunt our Theta target.
Yes, I guess so. I guess so. So, last we left off, you, well, you tried to track down Valentine, trying to figure out where he went, what became of him. Making quite a bit of trek to the north, seeking out the dragons, and not really being anything fruitful until on your travels got intervened by this imp that was seeking out means of power, magic, and maybe a combination of both by the name of Ing. After some interesting discussions, now you have an imp in your party. And also with that, I forgot which one of you was it that received a gift, potentially from seeing something in the night sky,
It
which
was. I think it was me who saw that.
I think so too.
I think it was me actually.
Man, see what I mean? Nobody remembers. It's been 2 weeks.
I think I do remember, and I think it was me because I remember staring at the present until everyone else woke up.
Nevertheless,
Oh yeah. Right.
nevertheless, acquiring a book that essentially tells anything you wish to know, you realize the fate of Valentine, that he has been dead, killed by the Mother of Dragons, God, Tiamat. Then, while claiming vengeance, or I guess proposing vengeance to kill a literal god, you decide to do something else in the meantime to hunt down that one satyr that has been bothering you for a bit, for a few minutes, if you will, with those nasty black arrows. You teleport essentially to Dorum almost immediately after that thought, and basically walk by a handful of bodies of satyrs that have been destroyed, and essentially went into the forest trying to hunt down this little satyr. When I say little, I don't mean little. He's kind of big. Anyway, my good people, is there any way you like to proceed? Because technically, as we left off, you are basically entering it. So, is there any particular way you try to look for it, or just let Resifitra try to find her way through the forest?
I mean, I think the face sense is the most effective way we have. And it should also warn us early enough that we can then still apply pass without trace and stuff like that.
Yeah, Fidra's a smart one, so.
Alrighty. In that case, everybody
I'm
roll me.
smart in my own way.
I agree.
In that case, everybody can roll me a perception check, and one of you roll me a d10.
Also, I'm noticing that half of our party is once again still level 11.
Fuck's sake. Because Linnea didn't level to level 12 and Ing didn't level 12.
Perception. I'm gonna roll the d10.
Damn. 20 on
Oh god, that's.
You're very quiet.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
And
It's
then
very
you 20.
quiet.
Okay. Is Ing gonna roll?
Ing.
Ah.
shit.
I need to turn them up to 200 or I'm not gonna hear anything.
Me?
True. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
very quiet.
Weird. Usually I'm the loud one.
Yeah, but I think something is with your mic, or at least your output volume or something. Or maybe the wrong mic is selected.
Let's find out.
Oh, that's.
Let's see.
Oh, all my volumes are maxed out.
Huh.
My OBS barely picks you up.
Weird.
Yeah.
Let me turn up Discord.
Alright,
in
my gain's a
general.
little higher now.
I mean, goddamn. I'm afraid that once I'm gonna put you on 200%, all of a sudden your volume's gonna be back and my ears are gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
also
concerned. It shouldn't be, shouldn't be this way.
I mean, it's better than before, but
Do you have the right input in?
Yeah.
Hmm.
can you do the sound on your mic itself? Like,
I already turned my gain up. I don't want to turn it up too much or I'll mess with my settings for video making.
Hmm. Fair. So. Traversing through the forest for several minutes, Versifitra, you spot about 30 satyrs in the area that are almost a mile away. Like, the closest is like 3,000 feet away from you. But interestingly enough, with... Hmm? Oh,
no
interestingly
one
enough...
said anything.
Yeah, but I heard Ing... Wait, I hear Ing's...
Yeah, you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Ah, my ears!
yeah. What did he do?
Echo.
I was like, okay, that's the problem. And then I cranked it up to 100. My bad.
Yeah, I heard my own echo. That's why I got so confused all of a sudden.
Okay,
was-
but now
my
we
brain-
actually hear you again. Now.
My
Perfect.
ears were crying. Oh my god.
But yeah, you realize, Versifitra, it takes you about a good 15 seconds as you enter into a radius of satyrs, and all of a sudden, all the satyrs that you catch on all of a sudden move away. Nobody stays in one spot. They all move not closer to you, not to the sides, basically opposite of where you should go. Something in your mind, a familiar voice, one blood-curdling voice, screeches out. They are afraid. Good.
Eh?
Hmm.
Instant in Mr. Petro's head.
Well, I answer in my head, but how do they know?
Huh?
Someone guides them. They know of you. They know your tricks. They know my power. Whoever it is, find him. Kill it. Consume it. Feast upon its blood.
Well, I like consuming things. I'm not sure how to find it if they are just gonna run away from me.
Are you speaking out loud?
No, I'm speaking in
okay.
my head.
Hmm.
You know, talking to the voices in my head.
Right,
you
right,
do.
right. Yeah.
Inner demons and shit, yeah, yeah.
They can run only for so long until the forest ends. Chase them
Well-
down.
I suppose we had nothing better to do. So yeah, I just continue walking in that direction.
I guess. We just kind of follow them.
Maybe they lead us to that
Menacingly.
powerful entity.
I don't want to die, so if it's too powerful, I will dip.
You have a teleport mirror, you can literally dip us all.
Yeah, but if you decide to fight, I'm just gonna dip alone.
Or... you just dip. What?
What?
Anyway,
Didn't hear that
we're,
either.
we're on our way.
Yeah.
So,
I'm on my way.
the first thing that you see, basically coming across paths, is I guess Dionia spots it because of a natural 20. Is what seems to be a camp that has been set up not by satyrs but by humans or humanoid creatures for several people. There are 2 tents, a handful of pots, a few makeshift trunks for seating. The fire's still going, but the people that probably own the camp are missing.
Hmm. I would like to look around if I can find any clue what happened to them.
Guess we're all gonna look around.
Investigation.
Like everyone who searches?
If everybody searches, everybody can roll investigation. If somebody wants to not do that,
Detective Ratsafitra on the
Right.
case.
He's back from hiatus. Another case has brought up. Time to solve it.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Now, Watson, what do we have here?
yeah. Well, in that case, so you roll Recifitra. Examining the camp, you realize something very interesting. There's a handful of footprints. The footprints led from the south to here. You assume that's where the people would camp. You count by the plates. There should be 3 individuals, but there are no footprints leading out of the camp. And everything is kind of undisturbed, peaceful, like without a struggle or anything. For Ural, you know, it just kind of just screams obvious that something is wrong. Something is sus, if you will.
There's something sussy going on.
As an imposter be among us.
I don't know.
As- As for Recifitra, you do find potentially the culprit of everything being so peaceful. You find what at first you thought were just random branches by the stumps and by the fallen trees as sitting. Looking closer, you realize that those sharp looking, almost like splinters, seem to be coated with something purplish that has been dried out. Examine it closely, you realize that it's some sort of poison. What kind? You wanna devour the splinter and see what kind it is, by any chance?
Oh, she's gonna ruin everything again. Oh my goodness.
But I have resistance against poison, not immunity. Hmm. Can I just have a look at the poison and try to find out what it is that way?
You can roll me intelligence check or nature check.
I will choose nature.
Well,
Hogging?
almost immediately you realize it's not poison, like as in you shoot someone and they start suffocating, dying, spilling out their own blood eyes rolling, booming type of deal. You realize that this is probably some sort of sleeping herb potion that has been milled. You don't remember where or why, but you immediately realize that the satyrs are behind this. Who else? Right? Who else at this point?
Yeah.
Do I have any idea how the people in this camp were exposed to it?
You can assume that there's two ways. Either the splints. Yeah. Forget the word. Either they got basically pushed into their skin, maybe by a blow dart or something, or they put them, a lot of them, just carelessly around the camp, using stealth or some other means, and these people who were camping here just basically use their own force to get punctured by these wooden needles.
Hmm. Well, I tell everyone to be careful about such things.
Yes.
And then I suppose we push on. Maybe we find the rest of the camp when we find the satyrs. As in the people that belong here.
Roll me a d10, everybody. Nobody needs to roll anything, just one of you roll me a d10.
Okay.
Someone else, I already rolled a d10.
Oh no.
Who knew?
You realize there's a small congregation, Recipitra, that is basically, you assume, running away from you, exactly, and the subtle mind of someone else in your head seems to be confirming it, as while you're seeking out them on your own, there's also this urge to kill them, consume them, mutilate them. This unsettling sensation of bloodlust rising in your gelatinous self. Takes about good 10 minutes. And you come across how do I say this? A camp again, but this time not new, not freshly made. Weeks old, trampled, demolished. Clear signs of satyr hoofs being there, and there's clear signs from the beginning that there has been a fighting, and there's a lot of the blood spilled in the area. Bodies, the campers or the satyrs or any other types, nada, nothing.
I think I know where we're going. So if we hurry up, we might be able to catch up to them.
Well then.
Where do you think
we
they're heading?
shall.
I don't know.
Oh.
Just in that direction. And I point in the direction we're running away.
Good enough for me.
So, a D10 again, but maybe for the final time. Potentially.
Okay, I'm gonna. No, it's okay.
Hmm.
Cinti, Recipitra, can you roll me an insight check? Only you.
I don't like where this is going.
Hmm. every minute as you pass, you basically feel more satyrs running from all around, basically for a split second going up at the very edges of your radius, the heartbeat sensation of fear and panic as they seem to be all running to basically the direction that you're going straight and narrowly towards for. About a mile or so, all of a sudden, you spot several hundred, sensing this a sea of heartbeats, thudding, beating, out of fear, exhaustion, and whatnot. And as you move a bit closer, all of a sudden wave of power washes over you as in the sea of hundreds of thuds, there is one heartbeat that is thrumming 4, 6 times as large and calm. The sea of hearts beating, seemingly surrounding this the giant creature, seemed to stay there, surrounding it. And then all of a sudden, how do I say this? Imagine like in the middle, there's this heartbeat, and around it there's plentiful of many other entities around it. All of a sudden you feel one line, one section of the heartbeats just stop. Just like something turn off a switch. And you feel, you hear, you sense the fear spike as every single heartbeat, lesser ones, start running sporadically. Some even turn to you for a handful of 100 feet before turning around and running away, while the one massive heartbeat still thrums softly, gently, with a purpose.
Well, I relay this information to the rest of the party. What do you think happened there?
A stampede?
But what would, was the line close to the big one? Did it like emerge from it, or the line of Satyrs, did it like emerge from the big one? Was it adjacent
No,
to
no, no. They were all like all the minor satyrs surrounded this thing in the middle, and after a moment, a section of them were gone, as if they were just extinguished or killed, and everybody else ran. But the one in the center, the one with the big heartbeat, with the big calm heartbeat, that is still there.
But it is alone now.
Yes.
So, what do you guys think? Doesn't seem like it's fighting right now. So I
And
really do want...
so there are satyr brought bodies all over the place, right?
Well, you didn't.
Probably.
You don't see anything. You didn't hear anything from where you are. The only thing that you know that happened a mile away from you is what Resifitra sensed.
I see.
I mean, can't we like sneak up and take a look?
We can try.
Oh, I can. That's the thing I'm good at.
Are you
True.
sure, Ing?
It questions me. I will shapeshift into a rat. And I will attempt to get a closer look.
Okay.
I mean, that seems like a good idea.
Well, I guess we'll follow him at least a bit, since the mile is quite far away, so that if something happens, we're at least somewhat close enough to react.
So how away? Are you, like the rest of the party, from, I guess, the rat Ing?
Why did I turn into a rat? I could have turned into a bird.
That's
Yeah, I don't know why you turned into a rat. Tiny
Last
legs.
minute, he decides to just be a rat with wings.
Ah, yes, a
so
seagull.
after.
See,
I would say first we walk like half of the way and see if anything changes.
Well, a good minute passes, and the creature seems to walk away from you, but not running, not nothing, calmly pacing, the heartbeat still and with purpose, for maybe like 200 feet away from you, and then seems to stay there.
Alright, then I guess out as good a time as any to cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
hell yeah.
Okay, Ing, roll me a deception with advantage and a stealth with advantage.
Hell yeah.
And of course, for everybody else, stealth.
Okay, first deception.
Mhm.
Then
Then stealth. Do I get a bonus on my stealth because I'm a rat right now?
You have a plus 10 because of passive without a trace, so
Oh,
yeah.
then it doesn't really matter.
There you go. Nice.
okay, that's
This
for just
is,
being
uh,
You really? Why did you roll with advantage?
Oh.
Yeah, and you forgot plus 10 modifier because pass without trace.
I rolled
Good.
with disadvantage,
Okay.
so this is
Oh.
27.
Oh yeah,
Since
yeah. I'm sorry.
playing
Yeah,
CMA.
I forgot how I said everything. Goddamn, my brain. So technically for Dania, it's 27. You really need to roll and 26. Okay, damn, you rolled
Thank you.
high.
My
It's
my
fine.
stealth is abysmal. Thank you.
No, actually, because with passive without trace, you have plus 10, so it's 27. So it's pretty good. Very good, actually. So, so you make your way stealthily and quietly as it can be. And, you close into the mile. It takes you about, 10 minutes, slowly, patiently walking. And the heartbeat, like every other satyr heartbeat, basically dashed off out of fear. Some Recificer you realize that might have just died of the exhaustion or something else, as the mid-run just extinguished. The heartbeat you're seeking, though, is still there, did not move or budge at all.
Since it moved a bit away and we're like walking towards it, we should come across the space where the
Oh,
satyrs perished, right?
yes, I was about to go to that. So, you, after a good 7 minutes, come to this clearing that for a few moments you don't even realize what the hell just happened, as you see this patch of green, yellowish, and reddish flowers. For the first second, you realize, poppy seeds just growing out of in the wild, pretty nice. And then you realize something, as this whole section of area has actually been recently, incredibly recent, as you see the trees have been forcefully destroyed and moved and basically shattered and splintered the ground. The red and the yellow are not of plants but of blood and bone. You see essentially about 120 foot square of just satyr mass, mangled, destroyed. You see horns, faces, just essentially a makeshift graveyard made here. However, you find the culprits almost immediately. As you look at just as you look to your left and to your right, you find two arrows, two familiar arrows sticking into the trees halfway through. They're same feet long black wood made, just sticking out of the tree, and you see the tree that they're sticking at slowly but surely decaying. Its leaves start to fall, and it becomes crooked as seconds pass. Not like rapidly, but like you imagine within an hour this tree is gonna be a hunch of its former self. So, with the witnessing of the graveyard, what would you like to do?
Oh my
Why
god, there's
would
so
it
much
kill its own
material
kind?
here.
So many bones. Mm.
Jackpot.
I mean,
Very
we have a bag of
strange.
holding, so we can
Okay,
put.
so
some
before you
bones
say
in it.
anything, few things that happen. For Recipitra, you hear a very almost disappointed sigh. All of the meat, all of the flesh, all of the blood tainted. Do not consume it. It will not give you anything beneficial. Seek out the one who killed him, though. His flesh is supreme. And for Deonia, in your mind, forcefully, or I guess out of nowhere, yet again, the sigh speaks in your head. Wow, impressive. Almost enough to make an abomination. Have you ever made an abomination?
No, but I was thinking the exact same thing.
Time to destroy the world.
Campaign ends with me just being a lich queen.
Oh no.
It would be funny though.
At this point, you realize that while you're still stealthed and quiet, you realize, Recipitra, that the heartbeat in question, the sole singular one, is ahead beyond the graveyard, about 300 feet away. What would you like to do?
What? So, what do you guys say? We still doing this?
Oh man.
I'm just along.
I mean, we're here.
Well, then let's get going, huh?
Kinda
I love executing random sagers that didn't do anything to me.
They've
How
committed the
can you
crime
say
of
that after what
existing.
happened to Jackie?
Yeah, but it's not these particular satyrs, right? I think so.
You.
Warlock going soft on us.
Oh no. Anyway, I think it's the prime time to get to 20.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
As we approach it, I would also like to drink my experimental elixir,
what you
so
get?
that I'm prepared for combat. I got a boldness elixir, so I can add a d4 to the attack rolls and saving throws in the next minute.
Sure, everything is.
We gotta lock into
Roll 20, which one? There's several I made. Okay, so.
I hope my roll 20 works. Last time it didn't work.
Gonna make sure. There you go. Also, Valentine, since you don't, oh, because you don't have
Yeah.
your previous new avatar, you're gonna have your old token still.
Hold on. I got you.
Yeah. Making those few hundred feet, you stumble through the tree lines into another clearing. There, hiding between the few remaining trees, you clearly see within the vicinity potentially the culprit of what transpired, what you just passed. You see this 13 feet tall satyr facing its back towards you, seemingly fully focused on the trunk beside it.
Well. You better
I
do
would
your shit.
like-
I'm gonna stay here. I'm a sniper.
I would like to drop my little stone friends. And yeah, tell them to go hide like underneath this tree with the spell storing item. Let's see, anything else that we want to set up?
So, you cast your stone buddies, your elementals. Your
No, they are already cast. I always cast them at the beginning of each day. So
uh-huh.
I just like let them walk over there.
Did you roll?
Deploying.
Did you roll a stealth for them?
They were like in my pocket before that.
Hmm. Okay. So, any other things you like to do? By any chance, from any of one of you?
It's very tall. It makes me nervous.
Well, I should stop being a rat.
That would be good, probably.
Okay. As you kind of prepare yourself, all of a sudden you hear a voice in the wind. You cometh here. Why? This does not concern you. You are not my quarry. You are not my prey.
What is your prey?
The answer is swift. Demons.
Oh no, bro.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're not demons.
I'm just like I grab Aang and stuff him in my pocket. Like, yeah, bro.
Also, those satyrs didn't seem like demons.
They were not demons, but they followed a demon. I do not care for your little impling.
Hey,
Hey! Oh, since all of a sudden, the satyr seemingly grabs something out of the tree trunk. And you see there's just a simple piece of root that all of a sudden withers almost immediately and turns into this smoky arrow as he puts it on its back. And with its bow, immediately looks upon all of you. The bow is in his hand, but it's not drawn. You don't know if he knows exact your location, but he knows the general location where you are.
I see. Well, I'm scared of this guy. This does. Do you
doesn't
guys
look
want?
that tough.
I will follow Recifidra's judgment because she's the smart one.
I'm currently thinking about how smart I am in this situation. Give me a moment.
Restivitra has to decide if she's smart right now.
I mean,
Hmm.
she's blinded by rage. She's hunting everything down that, like, hurt our friends. So, I don't know.
The question is if she accepts that he is not part of the faction that hurt the friends.
But he looks like.
That he is a satyr.
That is true, but he's a very different looking satyr.
Yeah, you realize something about the satyr as you have this look at him. He seems to be very patient, but what you realize, this satyr is wearing metal. His bow is made of black metal, his helmet made of black helmet. His harness, looking leathery, still reflects like it's metal.
That's weird for a satyr.
Well, it's weird for the Fae, because Fae kind of despises metal.
Und welchen Dämon
Why are you starting speaking German?
I was about to say.
Oh. Oops.
Oops.
I was thinking, sorry. So, which demon do these satyrs follow then?
Good.
That is my query to find out.
Huh?
Well, then how do you know that they follow one at all?
I know, you know. He immediately points his bow at you. Like in your direction. You killed one of them, didn't you?
The old guy? Yeah.
It is not a simple task, but enough interrogations, enough executions. You rallied the pitiful excuse of the Fae in these woods. You find what you seek.
Hmm. So you're saying that you are a completely different faction of satyr then?
He all of a sudden just casually starts strolling towards you. Just slowly. But with each hoof dropping the ground very so uncomfortably shakes around it, and it just feels like an earthquake is slowly approaching you. I belong to the Queen Titania's court. I do her and her alone bidding.
Who's that again?
Yeah, may I roll to see if I know anything about this?
Here, roll me a history check. I can only imagine if Valentine was still alive, he would be charging through the fucking fields.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Valentine would have died in this one.
Well, exact details you do not know, but you know Queen Titania is a supposed queen of the Fae. She rules the Fae realm and has plentiful of tasks and whatnot. How legitimate is his case? Like his plea or his, I guess, story? You have really no clue.
Hmm.
Well, do we have any choice other than to take his word for it?
I mean,
You can always fight it.
We could.
and if we
Enough.
If
start
we win, we
losing-
can pick up all the scraps we want.
Yeah, but if we lose, and if we lose, I can just use the mirror. You know?
Well, based off my wisdom save that I just rolled for myself of 27, I suppose that Sophitra controls herself. And I suppose that
Can you roll me an
I
insights? Can you roll me an insight check real quick, Resifitra?
sure.
Ooh. Okay. So, within yourself, within your being, you sense hunger, you sense food, you sense a target willing to, like, that you should kill, consume, and whatnot. But under the whole emotion of gluttony and wrath manifesting, there is this undertone of weakness and fear. You realize that whatever entity was egging you on to slaughter and kill and was boisterous about you pursuing this now is quiet. Not out of ignorance, but out of fear. As if not making much commotion so it doesn't hear it.
You said you were looking for a demon, right? May I think about if I put two and two together and whether or not this thing is what you may be looking for?
Intelligence check. Just straight intelligence. As the creature is just slowly approaching you. He has his bow out, but he has not drawn an arrow, and he's just very nonchalantly approaching you.
I
Twice.
will put a flash of genius on this.
And he just stands there. Wait, was that a 27?
Yes.
Holy
I put a flash of
shit.
genius on my intelligence check.
Give me a second. So, you all of a sudden get this realization, almost epiphany, like a slap on the head. Why didn't I think of it? Potentially, you are inhabiting a demon within you. You might have accidentally made a pact with a demon, and now within you, there's some sort of demonic conscience.
I wasn't accidental.
And then you realize, oh, maybe it was just literally playing on all of your desires to egg you on to actually make the pact, and now you are basically, you know, in the situation. And you do realize maybe not the only creature, not the only demonic entity that the satyr in front of you seeks, but clearly when it called out what it seeks, deep inside you, you know that one of the things he seeks is within you.
Like in a cool way?
What do you mean, like in a cool way?
Like in a like, oh no, or is it like, cool, I got super demon powers?
No, more like somewhere within her Recipita's conscience, there is an entity, a voice that if it had a face would be literally sweating bullets and being like quiet, basically trying not to speak up or even make a notion of
Not in a sexy way.
yes, not in a sexy way, more like a if I do not blink, if I stare and do not even breathe, it might not look at my face and realize what it
I will think to the conscience and be like, what did you do that he's looking for you?
all of a sudden the voice goes almost not a gasp, but more like almost like a sigh of anger, like there's nothing that I fear. Nothing. Kill it. Claim it. Feast on it.
Well, if you have no answers for me, then maybe I'll ask him.
We made a deal, you and I. It's the matter cowardice speaking.
Well, I'm starting to realize that you may be one of the reasons why my friend died in the first place.
I killed no one. They are the ones who killed. They are your enemy. One of the greats, one of the ones that control everyone is in front of you. Its bow is not drawn. Done it.
Can
Can you roll me just a quick insight check, Crucifitra?
Yep. This will totally get another flash of genius because Mr. Fitra is very interested in finding this out.
I'm just gonna quickly do this and oh god, I need to. Oh yeah, by the way, Ing, you're about to get the new icon. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Dang.
Little icon. Let's see. There you go. It might be a big imp. Don't worry about it. Yeah, big imp. There you go.
Hold on. a second.
There you go. Give me a second. I'm just gonna quickly make sure that it's yours and yours alone. Ta-da! It's yours. Try to move it if you want.
He looks so buff.
Yeah.
Every time Ing looks at the mirror, just that's what he sees.
I work out. I hit the gym.
Yeah. You all of a sudden get another epiphany. Something in your mind tried to turn against you. Something tried to be pulled. That little fucker, the voice in your head tried to take control at you and failed miserably.
Not so powerful after all, huh?
Listen. Do not do this. Granted you power, I can grant you more power. You hate them, I hate them. We have a common enemy.
Well, our interests aligned. However, I'm not sure they still do.
Fine. Let him kill you. I'll be free once more and there's nothing you can do about it. Come on. Tell him. Tell him that you have me inside of you. Watch him as he draws his bow and splatters you onto the ground.
Well, if he would just free you with that, that wouldn't really help him now, would it?
You can't do that. I will leave you. Your body will be your tomb, and I'll be free once. As soon as he starts like speaking out a bit loudly, all of a sudden the satyr draws his bow, pulls out an arrow. It just all of a sudden starts aiming at you, Recithitra, but a bit higher above your gelatinous form.
What?
Do I see anything up there?
You don't see anything. But something feels odd when you look up. Something like the sound of the voice inside of here just changes, almost perspective. It's like this weird sensation. And all of a sudden you sense panic within the voice.
I would like to cast the invisibility.
All of a sudden, as if a second imp, but this time a lot more older and grayer, manifests in this nice sheeming cloak. Would you assume would be like Ing's maybe great grandfather, with two stable eyes, but a lot older, a lot mature. All of a sudden,
Sure.
Mature by age, not by wisdom. And a lot like old looking. Is there anything you like to do?
Well, I'm pretty sure we are now at the point where it is in your best interest to, how do we say it? Use all the tools and wisdom at your disposal to plead for your life. Because I'm pretty sure that he's about to shoot you.
Sounds
So
like
give me a good reason why I should do anything about it.
Is this conversation still just happening in Ursavitra's head?
Yes.
Technically, yes. All you just see now is the satyr is like drawing his bow and aiming up for Zephydra's head. And with each like string, the string what the bow is pulled, it's not like rope or thread. It sounds like metal. Hardened steel is getting pulled. With each crack, it sounds like a wire is getting tugged. And he softly crouches down a bit to your height and just aims about Resifitra's head, seemingly eyeing something above it. The imp looks at you. Oh yeah, actually I found the imp's image. Hold up, give me a second. I mean, basically a big imp, but it's a lot more grayer. That's the best thing I could so yeah. Imp.
He's ugly.
It is ugly.
He's ugly.
Oh my
I'm
god,
not
it's
ugly.
ugly. It's ugly.
You're ugly. Anyway, yeah, so this imp clearly out of like his clearly having the upper hand, you having upper hand, panics and starts to sweat, and it starts to smell like sulfur around all of you. And it's kind of nostalgic. The smells like
Oh, hey.
smells
Who's
like,
doing that?
yeah.
This is stinky.
He will kill you after I'm dead. I'm the only one who can save you.
I don't see any reason why he would do that. You are his target, not me.
You're tainted by me. You will want it eradicated. You and your friends, the ones that you swore to protect by making a pact with me, they're all gonna suffer the same fate as I will. But at least I will not suffer treachery. Kill him. I've given you power for this and this alone. All of a sudden, Recipitra's in this conversation, there's this crack from the satyr side as he seems to just twist his head ever so slightly to the side, mainly looking at you, but through his metal helmet you don't see eyes or anything. He seems to acknowledge the conversation you're having in your head, which is kind of unsettling.
But out of character for everyone, my problem right now is that I have not enough information. I don't really know how the
Well,
I don't really know how the factions are aligned here. And my main problem is that I don't know where this imp fits in.
if you want advice from a DM, you will never have enough information for any situation. Almost always. Act with your gut, Recipitra. You have a big one. You can consume so much.
A big gut.
Yeah, gut.
Yeah, it has a lot of space in it.
The god of wisdom. What is your wisdom? So,
So what you gonna do, Mr. Drug?
Well, one last question. Who is the demon that the satyrs are serving then? You probably know it if you're bent on destroying the satyrs.
roll me a persuasion or deception check.
Um, that would be persuasion with another flash of genius.
Ooh.
Ooh.
He almost screams out of sheer panic as the bow is getting pulled. Alator, his name is Alator. He's the brother of Terramok. He will claim this world in fire. Shoot me, demon. Shoot me. I am dead anyway. He also turns at the satyr. The satyr does not fire. He still holds. Now the imp is fully panicking. He is looking around anxiously, almost like you are no longer the threat. Neither the satyr. He's waiting for something. The world will bask in fire. All of it will be fire. You're all gonna be dead. You're gonna be serving the new masters of hell.
Well,
Oh, excuse me.
Just the him just got.
I know.
So,
I feel like somebody's talking about me.
So, you seem quite fond of him. How would you describe your relation to him?
There is no relationship. He's gonna be the new ruler of this plane, and once it's integrated to hell, you're all gonna be die.
Gonna be
You're all,
done?
You're gonna be done.
you're gonna be dead.
You die.
Die. Die. You're all gonna die.
But if there is no way to stop it, then why would you lead me to destroy the satyrs in the first place?
To acquire favor so I can get some land pieces of this new realm that will be positioned here. I wish to rule. It is my destiny to rule.
I don't understand. How would destroying the followers of this demon get you favor with him?
It-
Well,
Before it can mutter any other word, you just hear a swift wind blow by all of you as the voice of the satyr echoes through it. You said what I wanted to know. All of a sudden, there's a gust of wind, and all of a sudden you see the imp vanish. And your not eyes, but your gelatinous form just kind of blasts a bit of wind as if something like a flash of heat hit you. As you all look around, you see that the satyr's bow is no longer drawn as he basically stands up from his crouching position. And you look at the tree basically back you came from, and you see basically one singular arrow, the same black one, and on it is sticking a half dead imp for a few seconds before it perishes.
Well, that answer would have been interesting, don't you think? I say towards the satyr.
The demonic alliances and their whereabouts do not intrigue me. I am here to slay them, not to make deals or talk about their day.
Well, you'd be surprised how much you can learn about your prey if you ask them about their day. It helps tracking them surprisingly well.
I will admit it is shockingly easy to get us to talk.
What?
Euro just gets confused with.
The fuck just happened?
Wakes up. What? Hello? Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm quite scared right now.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Hmm.
we're
The
just
satyr,
standing
the
here.
satyr stares at you, Rasifitra, but says nothing. The bow hangs nicely on his arm as he seems to all of a sudden look around, seemingly smell the air or whatnot, and seems all of a sudden disinterested of you at all. He immediately turns his back away to you. He just proceeds to walk away slowly.
That's good.
Well, I suppose we won't get any more information out of him.
He's not much of a talker, huh?
I like call after him. Is there any way we could help with your mission?
So we're not. So hold on. We're not killing this guy, right?
No.
Okay, good. I put my daggers away.
Imagine her legit asking why he walks away. Like,
Well, I'm just making sure he's facing away from us. Now would be a great time.
I mean,
Because as it stands, I have my own things to settle with it now.
I mean, what are you asking him? It's not like running away. It's like calmly walking by, and you don't even know if he's gonna.
Like I called after it if there's any way that we could help with its mission. Of
See?
destroying these demons.
He goes very calmly but with decisive voice, speaks out loudly. This time from his own body and not from a detached wind. You see a demon, you slay a demon. If the imp's
Yeah.
words are true, there be a plenty around soon.
Oh, I call after it. We actually have some more information for you then. And I would like to recount the events of the treasure grove and the mountain.
yeah, just let him kill everyone so we don't need to do that.
So, while Resifitra takes a minute to recount the tale of what you experienced, anything else of any of you would like to ask the party, like the satyr that is clearly here on a mission and not really care about you? Clearly something else is on his mind. Yes, even you, Ink, he does not seem to care about you. Which you,
Offensive.
yeah, you realize it's fucking because he doesn't see you as relevant enough to even care.
Excuse me, Ink says.
Nah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, offensive, yes, but he's big,
No, you're just
Uh,
small.
small, little guy.
Just a little fella.
After I've given him like the information about Rufus, I would like to ask him if he knows this demon called Elator.
He nods to your story. He listens. He is patient about it. He's not gonna help or whatnot. He's listening patiently, soaking every single detail. And when you ask for Elator, he shakes his head with confidence. I do not know of this demon, but I am not the only one serving the summer court. I'll ask my comrades. We have capable, insightful scholars that knowledge is a trivial thing to them. A single demon's name should be nothing it couldn't handle. As for the volcanic treasury and the demon spawn that lurk there, you have my thanks for telling me this. It will have taken me weeks to wander there. But knowing this now, I can act upon it now. Call upon a handful more of my comrades and face the evils within the vaults.
Well, if you need 4 more people,
He
you
shakes
can,
it. He shakes his head. You are capable by your mortal realm standard, but you are a liability of enemy's turn foe, as one would say.
Very well. Then I wish you luck on your mission.
Does he know anything about the Adana cult?
Are you gonna ask him that?
Yeah. I mean, maybe he already came across some people.
He strokes his under his metal mask. He strokes what seems to be the very edges of his beard hanging out. I heard of the name, yes. Eager men and women, zealous with a purpose, using satyrs as sacrifice.
Satyrs to sacrifice. Okay.
He nods. They tried to kill me, thinking that I am one of the weak ones. I slaughter a dozen or so. Some pleaded for their life, but alas, a little too late. Some resided in some ruins. Some resided on the road, traveling as mere merchants and peddlers.
I see. Did you notice anything recognizable that they're bound to the cult? I don't know, a tattoo or a robe or something?
All of a sudden, into the ground, he starts basically destroying the grass beneath his ground and just kind of reveals a patch of dirt. And in that dirt, he scribbles a simple I.
An eye.
It is an eye of simple design, but the color is catching. It is blue, but also of moonlight. It is visible through the tree lines and easy to spot.
Okay. Do you have a picture, or is it just...
No, I don't have the picture,
Okay.
because I honestly thought you
By the way, as a side note, does my ability to sense Fey end with the disappearance?
With the death, slowly but surely, you can no longer feel the heartbeat of the satyr in front of you. But you still have your power. Just the Fey cracker lost that face.
So it's a shiny blue eye that also that shines in the moon, or with the moon, or when?
It shines as if it has the light of the moon constant on it.
Okay. I was just taking note.
If you
Okay.
wish, to the north. He kind of points. One day's travel sooner, perhaps, you can find ruins of these things.
Okay. I turn to Taboo and ask him if he like knows about the ruin.
All of a sudden, a manifestation, the same familiar dragon spirit, reappears, glints in your eyes for a few seconds, and all of a sudden starts to whiff the air like a dog looking around. And as he looks to the north, he takes almost like an extremely long inhale. Something reeks in that location. Faint, present, nevertheless. Immediately, its head lowers to you to face you, a bit uncomfortably close. Let us track it down.
Patience, patience, Taboo. We will. But at least we know our next destination. I legit talk to
Yes.
myself visibly. You don't see Taboo, but
While you do that, I have another question for Sator. What is your name? So, if in the case we meet again, we can identify you.
Identify you.
yeah, like
Roll me a persuasion check for that.
we just want to have your fancy name so we can.
Bites lower lip. Oh, we just want to kill you.
Suddenly floods of a giant satyr.
Oh, a 9.
Oof.
He shakes his head. Your heart is crushed, Recipitra. You shall not have a new friend today.
But her name is Ritzapitra. It's been a while since I heard that line. You've changed. You've changed.
It's been a depressing time.
It's been... Yeah. It's been... Surprising enough.
Suphitra is like, yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Suphitra is like slightly annoyed and is like, well then I'm not going to give you my name either.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Ritzapitra is in her
Gee.
puberty.
Oh, they're growing up so fast. She's gonna go through her goth phase now.
She's gonna make herself even like big titty boobs, like a
Oh,
big
Oh,
goth
no.
chick.
oh no.
With her
Oh,
slime. Oh no. You know the slime monster from Monster Girls? That's Ritzapitra. She just changes her body.
I have no clue what you mean with it.
I mean, she
Anyway.
could.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna Google
That's
this.
jeez. Okay, okay. So, nevertheless, Dinia, any questions? To
I don't think so.
well, in that case, the satyr takes a few things, like few paces away from you, and all of a sudden drops his bow into the ground as it plops, pulls out what seems to be from his waist this massive metal rod, and starts swinging in the air for a few seconds before this gleaming greenish mist appears before him that starts swirling in a circle, and moments past a portal or a gate. See through what seems to be a section of the forest a lot more wilder and uninhabited is present on the other side. The satyr looks back at you as he grabs his bow and stares at you for a few seconds before goes through his band, the metallic band across his chest, and seemingly snatches something out of it and tosses it about 10 feet next to you, somewhere around here.
I will extend a 10-feet tentacle and pick it up.
As he sees you, I guess, approach with your tentacle limb with the thing, he just nods his head and goes through the swirling greenish portal. As soon as he enters through, it basically evaporates into greenish smoke and nothing at all. In your possession is what seems to be a cold iron bracelet with a single jade jewel in the middle of it.
I'm to cast Identify.
We love Identify.
I love Identify.
I will. Can you roll me an insight check, Crucifitra?
Is it Orvi bracelet or
What?
like what am I inciting here?
Because you know the name of the pen, but I just want to see if you can figure something out a bit.
Ah, well, I'm very curious, so time for another flash of genius. Might as well.
So the name of the item that you just got is give me a second. The item is called Hunter Tizor's Pendant. And you realize that the name Tizor is a name and probably is the name of the satyr that you just met and is now no longer present. Also, roll 20, no longer needed. So you can leave if you wish. Or you can stay for the beverages. They're digital.
I know his name and he doesn't know mine.
But it has several things about it. Mainly heightened. I'll give you a description of it, but let's just say it's a good pendant. It's a good pendant if you wish to track someone down.
Well, I guess it's a good replacement for the blood sensing ability, in case we need to track things again.
So now you are in the middle of the forest, and there's a bit of calm until Diania, a voice springs in your mind again from the scythe. Please, can we go get the abomination going? It's stopping us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna start picking stuff up.
As soon as you,
Doing
as soon as you,
scooping.
as soon as you start running out and basically start scooping the thing, the scythe almost retorts, "No, no, no! What you doing? Why you?
I'm
picking-
gathering bones, you idiot.
What do you mean carrying bones? We can summon everything here. With my power,
don't we
of
need to-
course.
Don't we need to gather all this right first? Take it with us?
No.
Really?
Use me.
We don't have to encrust it with metal?
I am metal, silly.
Yeah, but...
Wheel me for once. And let me show you the
Okay.
potential of a true...
Okay.
Oh my god, the sass.
I pull the scythe out and I guess I hold it out in front of me. Like this?
You know demonic, don't you, Dania?
I do.
Miserable wretches, drowned souls, skulking in fear and madness, come upon me and your new mistress. armies of flesh and sinew, bone and tender fat. Come. As all of a sudden, there's this very gut-wrenching sensation as, like, water waves. The flesh, the blood, the bone, the fat start to just slowly, like gelatinous beings, morph into just ever so closely to the scythe. And before long, within a minute, all of a sudden you have just this almost 15 feet tall 6x6 section of just flesh, bones, blood, neatly just stacked. And now, Dinia, again in your head you hear a voice. We can summon the abomination now. It will be greater, probably, than the ones you ever tried or attempted. But it will be fun. Or we can be boring and wait.
Wait for what?
To gather more. Make it bigger. Stronger.
Well, so this... Wait, so this blob is gonna be following us?
Not physically.
Huh? What does that mean?
Nah, Dinia, this is in your head, Dinia, so it's up to you to decide.
Wait, where is this going to be when we're not using it?
I, even in death, hold so many secrets.
Uh-huh.
If you wish a very boring and quick answer, since you don't seem to be into theatrics, even though you wield a mask a
The
pseudo
mask is for hiding.
but it's fancy, detailed, one of theatrics, one of plays, one of...
That's because I deserve it.
Well, since you want to be so boring and not so playful, I have a demi-realm, a small pocket dimension where I have my things from my mortal life, and I guess the flesh. It will have plenty of room, even more so.
You gonna tell me about that?
When was the last time you spoke to me without fear or coldness? I apparently have to be
guess-
proactive about it.
I'm gonna start shaking you.
And I shall stop responding to you, and I will be nothing more than a useless piece of metal.
What have you been up to this point?
You were shunning me, being terrified and afraid of true power. I think you were a bit jealous.
Oh my.
I'm not jealous. I just try to keep a low profile. And this big blob is way bigger than I thought it would be.
As soon as you said as soon as you say that, all of a sudden, the whole flesh just vanishes, just like blinks out of your sight,
Oh.
and then the scythe proclaims with this almost like, how to say this, with a bit of swagger and maybe a bit pompous, and now it's gone. See?
And we can get it back whenever we want?
If you ask nicely, that will be my only requirement.
Well then, maybe you can be useful.
I would banish your soul and shatter your spirit, but I remember when I was around your age, so I'll let it slide.
Plus, you know we don't have souls.
True. All of a sudden, the scythe is like the best friend ever. Decisions. What would you like to do as you're now in the middle of the forest? But I guess a lot of
As
flesh.
people doing all of this was literally just standing on the sidelines and like cheering for Dionea, making a gigantic flesh construct.
Yeah, it just like makes a massive giant wall of flesh that disappears as you blink, and you're like, what?
The fucking meatball.
Yeah.
Meatballs.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what is our plan now? Do we still hunt the other satyr guy, or?
No, I think I've learned my lesson for now.
Okay. So I guess we can go to the North Ruins, right? Right?
Sounds like a plan.
Yay! Finally some development for me! Let's go!
Hell yeah! Finally, Euro. Actual
It's,
lore. Yeah.
it's actually my time to shine. Okay, I asked.
She's excited.
Tabu, like, he's still on my shoulder, right?
Yes.
I asked.
Also,
Yeah?
also, Ink, can I have your dagger real quick?
Oh my god, she's gonna lick it. Don't do it.
Yes? Hold on.
She's gonna lick it.
Uh,
Ew.
I hand you my dagger. It's a nasty little thing.
Uh-oh.
I put him out for a moment.
Oh my gosh, I knew it.
Oh,
I
it- oh,
told
it's
you
like-
she's gonna
oh,
put
it's-
it in her mouth.
Oh, it's the weapon. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, so...
And
No,
I-
she's putting in her mouth.
Oh, and then I hand it back to you, and it now smells of sulfur, kind of like what the imp did.
Smells so like homing. It smells like home.
Ah, you perfumated my dagger. Nice.
Yes! Seemed like you liked it.
I do like it. Thank you.
I like the fact that demons and farmers have one thing in common. They like the smell of their home. One is of sulfur, other is of manure. You can just not get away from that. Anyway. So, I guess in that case, you're all following Ural to her little quest endeavor, right, Ural?
I mean, I wanted
Let's
to ask
go.
Tabu because he can smell it, right? So he can like.
Yeah, he can guide you. Yeah.
Okay. So guys, hear me out. You know the spectral dragon y'all can see. Yeah, this guy's gonna. We just follow me, yeah. Good.
Whereas the future nods with like the expression of like the same expression you have when you nod to like a 5-year-old that shows you the dragon behind his barn. With like a friendly smile.
Are you mocking me? How about you get some, I don't know, good vision so you can see this thing? Can I match? I already asked this if I can materialize him. He's
Which one?
visible to all. Like Tabu.
Oh, Tabu that is visible to all? Can you roll me D100?
Oh my goodness, this is. Oh please, I beg the gods.
I beg the goods. Ooh.
Ooh?
Ooh.
Is
So,
it a bad ooh or a good ooh?
So. All of. Can everybody roll, including you, a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no, what is
I'll be right
happening?
back. Everybody roll, and you roll me with disadvantage because you're a demon. Sorry.
Oh my god. I'm scared. Ah yeah, Dionea's on the toilet break, bathroom break, doing the pee pee poo poo, you know. But Ing.
On the other hand,
Roll Recifitra, okay?
Danae's on bathroom break.
We need Ing and Dionia, and then we're good.
Ing's here.
Yeah, con save, my good sir.
Con save?
Yes.
I
I'll
think that's the one
describe
thing
you
I'm not
why,
good
but it's.
at. That's the one thing I'm not good at.
I know.
Like that -1.
Oh God.
You know, like the
Ah,
that -1 doing it for you?
suddenly the amount of max HP you have makes much more sense.
Dionia, can you also roll? Can Dionia
She's
also?
not here. She
Oh.
is bathrooming.
Oh. Okay.
She is rooming the bar.
So what happens is, I assume Ural is super excited. Like, look at this, and he's about to turn. As all of a sudden, you see Taboo like concentrate, like almost looking into himself and trying to materialize. And give me a second.
He farts.
No, worse.
Worse.
So, here's basically what happens, right? POE, you're looking at the dragon, right? Like the dragon looks upon you. This is all of you get blinded. Only Recipitra like stoically stares at the dragon as it fucking beams of pure light and just slowly but surely fades normally and now present on Ural's back shoulder. Ing?
Ing, are you okay? Is he blind now?
Your retinas are burned. You feel semi-blind in your good eye, even though you only have one eye.
Can I heal his eye or something?
No, he's currently fucking. Oh my god! Just basically everyone is fucking miserable except for Recipitra. Maybe because she doesn't have eyes.
Are they all blinded?
Well, how do I say this? All of them are basically either on the ground, grabbing their eyes, or just grabbing their eyes and just fucking screaming silently. As Ural goes, watch this, and just blinds everyone, including herself.
What?
You guys want to see something cool? Flashbang.
Literally.
In that case,
You
I
could
would
afford
like
me,
to...
Taboo. Ow!
I did
I
not
would
know.
I would like to extend a tentacle to like each of their eyes and cast a free lesser restoration on each of them with
Okay.
my Restore to Free
Slowly and surely, you're all. This is. Goddamn! Let me just just this. This is the demon core, my beloved. Anyway, one by one, out of pain and frustration, your vision returns to your usual self. As Recipiter casts lesser restoration on each and every one of you. But now, Ural, after you, nearly fucking succumbing to the pure light, you realize you have Taboo in front of you. Give me a second.
Sensible!
Give me a sec-
Finally!
Wait, so
I'm
can you
not-
see him now too?
Yeah, let me show
I'm
you.
not insane, guys. I told you I'm not insane.
Let me show you.
That's a cool trick. Do you think we could use this against our enemies?
Okay, let me show you how it looks. You got a little cool thing. Give me a second.
I got a little cool thing.
Yeah, you can put it on the fridge if you want. There you go. That's Taboo.
Oh my goodness,
He
he's
is snack.
pretty.
Yeah, he is a.
Snack.
You realize something that he is not like fully as he was in your spirit thing. Well, only you see it. He's basically missing a lot of his scales and tendrils. But you assume if he was, more like his spiritual self, he would probably like dig deep into your skin just by being on top of you. That thing,
Yeah.
because he is like a python essentially on you already. It is not like super heavy, technically, but because you're not exactly the strongest individual, it's not exactly comfortable.
I'm
as
average. I'm very average. I'm legit, like, I have 0. Like, I don't have plus or minus.
Yeah, I know. So
Snake friend!
Snake friend.
Yeah, he looks a bit different, but I guess it's alright. I guess at least you can communicate, or at least seem that I'm communicating with a being and not being insane.
It looks at you. It looks at all of. It looks at all of you and just goes. "Sss."
Wait, you can't.
That
can you
is the
speak?
sound a snake makes.
Tabu. Are you?
It just goes again. "Sss, sss." It just
Oh,
just goes,
fuck.
and then just starts laughing and calm. Gotcha. No,
You
I
fucking
can.
asshole.
I am here. I am present among
I
all
know.
of you in the mortal plane.
So
Wait,
how did
don't
this
do
happen?
shit. All right, Ing wasn't there when stuff happened. You know, guys, when we went into the vault, that was like
Mm-hmm.
the first time. That was like some stuff happened, and like a snake relic bit me and disappeared, and then this thing appeared. Yeah,
I'll
that's
take your
basically-
word for it.
Yeah. I mean, either way, he's one of the relics I need. Well, relics. He's just like, I don't know if you are you a relic. I don't know. He's just a companion, part of Moon or something. Either way, he can smell the ruins, so we can go.
And you
The
not?
moon is made of snakes?
Wait, can I smell the ruins?
You can smell a lot of things. You don't know what you consider ruins.
Like the smell of the cult?
How does
How do I? I don't know how the cult smells.
I know,
You tell me. You tell me, Tabu, how a cult smells.
It's a smell to witness firsthand.
Oh, really? I mean, I was in the I was there, but I don't remember the smell. I don't take your word for it. Either way, you know where to go. So
A question, Ural. Are you gonna have it on your back, or are you gonna make it slither down on the ground?
no, he can just stay on my back. He just needs to tell me where to go.
Well,
He can like be chill. I
It's-
won't let him slither on the floor.
floor, disgusting, ugly.
Yeah.
Ural's shoulder, nice,
He can't
warm,
fly.
comfy.
He can't fly anymore. So
Yeah, true.
Red Sophia looks slightly jealous as you let it stay on your shoulder.
Oh.
what do you mean, Retzifitra? Why?
So let's see. Recipitra has no one. Ural has the snake. Dionia has the scythe, and Ing, and the Inkling by the name of Ink, or I guess the. And Ing has Dionia as its carrier. Very cool.
Well, I guess I have my stuff, and I like to look at my stuff. So how was your day?
Oh no!
Oh no! At least we're just at least walking, and we can have like a conversation while we do so.
So, a D10 and a perception, my good people.
I'm rolling the D10. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
D10. Now everyone perception? Yeah.
I think I see.
I think you're not blind.
You're not blind at all. Well, interestingly enough, you do find satyrs. A lot of dead satyrs
Oh,
littering the
dead ones.
ground. Some have been recently killed, no more than a day. Some of them have been decayed and rotted away. Dionia,
Yeah.
yeah, the scythe almost cheerfully giggles and just says, "Should we collect them?"
It's like
I don't see why
Add
not.
them to the
Okay.
collection.
One by one, you collect satyr by satyr and all sorts of just like basis of rot, unaliveness, etc., etc.
My scythe is a vacuum for flesh and bone.
So,
Vroom.
I help because that's what she's doing. So that's what I'm doing.
So
Ah, he's a helpful little guy, just a little dude.
he's a little fella, if you will. Well, how do I say this? You see a lot of stuff that it all of a sudden just kind of changed, almost like you're in a different section of the forest. Something is odd, just kind of this hint, and none of you really pick up except for this like odd sensation of difference. Until Uriel and Recipitra, you realize something. They're more dead satyrs, but they're no longer dead by, slashes or arrows or, something else. They seem to be suffocated by roots, as they seem to be recently overgrown by this thick, greenish roots.
Can I make a nature check?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do like investigation too.
Roll me investigation check, my good people. Let's see how it goes.
So this is a nature check.
Yeah, it's 13. Oh god. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, don't you?
Oh my god, I have no idea.
Indeed.
Well, you have no idea. Recipitra, for you think there's only one feasible thing. Or two, actually. Well, actually, one. The literal woods, the nature of woods, are against the satyrs and this section. And it's feasibly, actively trying to kill the satyrs. As you realize that this is not like, a burial of satyrs. It's literally roots have captured a satyr and basically killed it. So, give me a second. I just need to... there you go. So, but you also notice something as you make your first examination of the first body you find is... essentially everybody's oblivious, mainly following Uriel and the snake. As a Fitra, you spot immediately to your right, as soon as you spot the roots and make this test, this guess, if you will. Above you, above the ground, in the trees, about 50 feet away, you all of a sudden see white hair flowing between the green leaves. You spot what seems to be... give me a second. Where is it? You seem to spot a elf, a humanoid, definitely old, pale, druid by the looks of it, just kind of squatting down on a branch that should not hold its weight, and seem to be just eyeing all of you from a distance. Seeing that you spotted him, he gives a pleasant wave with his right hand.
I wave back and I shout, "Hello, my name is Retsafitra."
I missed that.
You missed what?
The path of revenge has ended. It
That
is time
she's
to
greeting
heal.
everyone.
Yeah, she's the vengeance has been done. Now I can be happy again, smiley face.
Yeah.
As soon as you yell out, it takes like a good second for you assume the voice to travel to him. As soon he seems to acknowledge what you said, he all of a sudden jumps off the branch, and before he reaches the floor, the body disappears into leaves, and the leaves, almost like picked up by a massive gust, blows gently towards your entire group, and like 5 feet in front of you reappears as its self. In front of you there is this 5.5 foot tall elf, pale, surprisingly. Roots are basically majority of its clothing. As he takes a deep bow, "It is a great honor to meet you, Recipitra. My name is Urk. I am the defender of these lands."
It is a great honor to meet you, Also, and Recifera does her best bow impression as a blob.
He bows again to basically
I
be
just-
extra.
Just see Retzapitra bow. Like, she just returns.
She just
Bob and
falls
jumps
9
up.
degrees.
No, she just like jumps, like she lets herself fall into a ball of slime and then stand up, like jump up again. Like that's her bow.
This is what I imagine Recipiter doing. Just doesn't really
Oh,
know
no,
how
not
to
that.
bow, just jumps.
Yeah, but imagine she jumps up instantly. It would be so funny. Just stand up again.
What are you
greetings.
protecting these woods from?
All manner of sorts. Many different threats through the centuries. He kind of points his hand towards the closest cedar that is overcome by roots. These are the newest. Creatures of the Fae maddened by demonic intent. Palpable.
I mean, yeah. They were running away from the other side. That guy probably ran into this, right? That's what I think.
He scratches his beard all of a sudden with almost like this genuine curiosity. Ah, you met the Guardian, the hunter of the Fae.
Oh.
One of the wild
Indeed we
hunters.
have.
He nods. I sense his presence. I did not disturb him on his great hunt. It would be rude for me to intervene. But I sense that he has abandoned the place, perhaps looking for a different quarry this time.
We had a lovely conversation. He was very nice. But he didn't want to give me his name. And she pouts like a little.
It pouts.
Either way, we must pass this place. So.
Yeah, as you walk,
Yeah.
past him, I guess, he kind of follows you. If I may not be so intrusive, it's been a very long time since I had any civilized individuals. Even though I'm a druid and I'm considered the uncivilized one, what is exactly you seek in my forest, in my domain that I guard so, with a bit over devotion sometimes, I must admit.
I mean, we're seeking for ruins in the north.
He snaps his fingers immediately. I know of the ruins you speak of. Long
Yeah.
abandoned, overgrown, a ruin devoted to the moon that is now crying and weeping in the sky, its belly ripped open. As you look at this druid, all of a sudden as he says this, you almost suddenly grips his chest, and for a brief moment he just grabs his rib cage under the skin.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, like he's in tremendous amounts of pain. Can you roll
you
me an
okay?
insight check? Or a medicine check?
All of us or only you?
No, it's all of you, because you all clearly can see this. He's not hiding it.
Inside or medicine.
Yes.
Okay. It's
I'm not a doctor, Jim.
This is a medicine check.
Uh-huh.
I do inside. I am not good at inside.
Well, let's see. Dania, let's see what you roll. Let's go. See. You were correct. So, from your perspective, you realize that whatever he's saying at the moment, the whole moon situation, feels very personal to him, as he seems to have he is in pain as he speaks those words, as almost reminiscing what has been done or what happened. Recifitra, you realize something that is kind of slightly unnerving. You don't really know how long this druid has been here, if he's alone or whatnot, and he seems on edge. He seems not fully right in the head. And he also seems to have some sort of, how do I say this? He seems like he feels personally responsible for what happened to the moon, which happened about almost 3 centuries ago, which is, you know, kind of could take on one's psyche if you think that something is your fault for that long. So you don't really think he is in the right place of mind.
Well, he seems friendly at the very least, so do you want to travel there with us?
He nods. But I must warn you, there are terrible people, heretics, cultists.
We know. We know.
You do? All of a sudden his gaze hardens towards you, Ural. His eyes seem to be inquisitive. You are not part of them, I hope.
Of course not. I don't seek them to I don't know, just drink with them or something or hang out. I'm there to eradicate them. Hello?
Yeah, I heard it. Don't worry about
Okay, good.
He-
I thought.
his you can see how quickly this druid can flare up to emotion, as he for a few moments just looked at Ural as if it was an enemy just revealed itself, and then all of a sudden his demeanor changed as Ural spoke to like this calm, friendly, you know, like nothing ever happened. He seems to be unhinged. He seems to be unstable. Not physically he looks fine, old but fine, but mentally not so much. As the druid just nods his head with comfort. That's good. Good. I attempted to evict them, but they possess some sort of thing, some sort of creature. Some sort of amalgamation.
Well, maybe we will have more luck together then.
You know, I'll be more than happy to join your quest in clearing out the ruins. The ruins. I'll take them up as my charge. After they are cleared, they need to be restored. One must not remember the name of the great Lekna, nor her fallen brother Taz.
Well, I'm gonna remember it now that you've said it.
Whereas Petra has like a complete head empty face on, like expression on her face right now.
And then he like very not cautiously, but very smoothly just kind of slinks just a bit away to the side, just follows you as you continue down your path.
Like you're walking, right? I want to ask him. You seem like quite knowledgeable to the cult and the moon situation. Do you know about certain relics of the moon?
He strokes his chin for a while. Let me see if he what he remembers.
Nothing. Nothing. Oh my god, he's stupid.
You're like, what do you remember of the relics? And he's like, I'm old.
No. He seems to, for briefest of moments, Ural, as you look, he looks like a scholar of the eons. He looks like he's about to impart the greatest wisdom and revelations as he's stroking his despair and looks at you. He opens his mouth a bit, and then his eyes slightly widen. He closes his mouth shut. Excuse me, what were you saying again? Just completely, like you were waiting for the best let him cook moment, and he's just, what were you saying?
I asked you if you know about certain moon relics.
He, mhm. He seems to be thinking about it, but he comes empty-handed mentally, to the point that sometimes he just walks beside you, looking at you sometimes, and just completely forgets what you were saying. Recipitra, this is a certified amnesia moment.
Okay.
Well, sadly, I do not have a greater restoration yet, so nothing I can do about that.
Well, I show him my lantern. Tell him it's basically these creatures and Tabu too. I like point at Tabu. In hopes he remembers.
He looks at the lantern, strokes it a bit, looks at it, and you realize something. You know, at the moment the lantern is, extinguished. As he grabs it, all of a sudden, not the lantern, but something in his staff that he carries starts to shine. Like the flame that shines in the lantern, while the lantern is silent.
Okay.
He seems to remember something. Something old and ancient. Asked what you asked for. And all of a sudden he just almost like not freezes, but like kind of pushes the lantern forcefully back to you. And his hands lock up as he all of a sudden looks away for a bit and just kind of murmurs to himself quietly, holding his hands close.
Weird. Are you okay? Did I say something wrong?
He looks out of it, but he looks back at you and says, yes, I'm sorry. It's just, it's been so long since I had company that didn't try to kill me. Maybe we can speak after. He seems to look around, like in the tree lines, on the grass behind him a bit. Can we speak once it's clear? Once the ruins are safe? Too many eyes abound. They can see us, they can spot us.
Wait, right now? Okay, can we like... Wait, what is this? Wait, Wait, didn't I write it down? Oh, shit.
I suppose Retsufitra will humor him by casting a see invisibility.
Well, if you cast see invisibility, you look around and you see there's literally nothing. Like, as in, there's nothing invisible.
That is about what I expected.
And what about detect magic?
Everything on you and basically, this is everything. Just basically what you have on yourself is shining. His staff is shining. The druid staff is shining. The robes seem to give off this small hint of magic, and you see that your your snake companion, your python companion, Tabu, your little dragon companion, is beaming. It is.
Flashbanging me again?
Well,
This time he's flashbang your
it's-
magic seeing eyes.
it's more to the fact of don't stare too long at the sun type of deal.
Okay, okay, I see. And there's nothing. Well, doesn't look like it. There's someone here. At least I don't detect someone with detect magic. We should be careful though. I guess we're getting close. Are we? I look at Tabu.
It's getting closer. And he just kind of pronounces, I didn't really walk a lot. Getting closer?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. We're walking in a direction, but okay, I guess we're getting closer. I don't know when, but what time is it now? Like what?
Also, the time around now is somewhere of 7 in the evening. Right? The sun is slowly setting in the west, slowly but surely over the horizon. Within a few hours, it's gonna be dark.
Well, we should.
So we could either try to ambush them in the night, or we could rest and just pick our fight first thing in the morning.
Well, the question is, how tired are we?
Well, I would say you are relatively tired.
Yeah, I would rather rest. I don't want to risk that we're sadly tired and can't function properly. We should
Alright.
gather our strength.
And I guess we continue walking until it's like evening.
Yes.
Sure. Roll me
And so that-
another d10 if you will.
Alright, I'm rolling it, guys. Oh, not a 110. There we go.
Just quickly. Da-da-da. Ooh. Okay. So. Walking. Nothing really happens. It is pleasant. It is a nice walk. But you do come across a very curious thing about 2.5 hours in. It is the sun is basically almost set. There are only a few rays of light still left. It's gonna be dark within half an hour to an hour. And you come across all of a sudden a massive, not massive, but like a wide, 12, 15 feet wide river. It seems to be going from the west to the east.
Do I recognize this river?
No, it's not the one that you've been at.
Okay.
Would
be too good to be true.
Yeah, it would be too good to be true. But you look around and you don't really see any crossing. And just looking at the river, you can clearly see the water is clear, and every once in a while there's literal fish just going through the water.
Okay.
Is it like a very fast river? So would we have trouble just walking through it?
You assume if you had enough of a star, you could probably get in and out within like 12 seconds. It's not fast enough, but of course you're gonna get wet, so you know it's up to. It's basically would Uriel and Dania would like to get wet. Because Ink can fly through, Recipitor does not care. Your companion of Herc is basically, you know, a druid.
I have Misty Step.
Oh well.
I can technically turn into mist and fly over.
Then everybody can cross if they want.
Nobody's afraid of the river. Gotcha.
There you go. So I assume you pass, right?
Yup.
So I have
And-
okay.
And then I would like suggest to camp on like the edge of the river, since there's like fresh water and it's just a nice spot in general probably.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. Making on the other side of the river. Guess you set up camp to rest and sleep, snooze, if you will. Is anybody guarding?
I mean, we're just doing our usual guard rotation, right?
Yeah, I take the deepest night because I have the best dark vision, I suppose. And the furthest.
How far is your dark vision?
Wait, I can tell it to you in detail in a second. It's... You can see normally in darkness, both in magic and non-magic, a distance of 120 feet.
Okay, I only have 60 feet.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Alright.
I'm not blind.
Ing can probably also see quite well.
Yeah, I've got dark vision.
Good.
So who's first?
Pioneer, I guess?
Here I go garden again.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check. Well, interestingly enough, it is calm, surprisingly calm, without any problems. The water runs nicely. There's everything in order. Nothing, no satyrs, no nothing. Peaceful. Incredibly so. Can you? I guess, Zania, if you want to do something, you can do something during your guarding. If not, you can wake up someone else.
I guess I wake up the next one. Would that be Ural or would that be?
Yeah, I think the deepest night, so I suppose it's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the second or third one is like always me. It's me.
It's a me.
It's a me.
It's on me. Anyway, in that
Yeah.
case, I would like you to roll me a perception check again.
Perception. Not. I always accidentally click too much on the 0, and I was like 1D 2000.
Oof. What do you?
Oh.
Oh god. And we just have a flat roll for perception. That is not very cash money. I'll be honest.
Yep.
But it is an
No
18, and 18 is pretty good. So.
No wisdom. Yeah.
Can you
Can I?
roll me a D100?
Oh, not again.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Oh.
Ooh.
What, is it a good ooh? Is it a bad
Ooh,
ooh?
baby, ooh. Okay, so, as you sit, you realize that the druid friend that is with you is essentially nested up above all of you, chilling by the tree and basically asleep already. It's calm. There's no rain, the winds are warm and slow. The brilliant night sky is present above you. And then you have Taboo.
Taboo?
Yeah, you have Taboo.
Yeah, taboo.
At the beginning, your watch, it's about like 4 or 5 foot long and about half feet wide snake, python, if you will. Not really heavy, but it's not exactly easy to carry for long ways. But as kind of just look around and mind your own business, out of the corner of your eye, you see Tabu a lot larger.
A lot, like how
Li-
much?
like-
a lot?
Like, you realize as you look away to the side, you don't see just, a python anymore. Just out of the corner of your eye, you see a creature larger than you. You see a creature that has claws that are longer than your feet. You see essentially what you can presume is a pale white or maybe even silver dragon by your side, out of the corner of your eye. And as you look instinctually, just face him, you just see a tall, like small little python, the same as usual, just kind of looking at the fire, then looking up at you as you seem to just suddenly look at him.
The fuck?
What's the matter?
Wait, did he turn back suddenly, or is he still that big? Wait,
No. What? Out of the corner of your eye, you saw something massive, and you realize who it is. As soon as you looked at him, all of a sudden you just see him, usual size, normal size, no big dragon to your side.
Am I tired? Like a question, like I mumble this. Am I too tired?
Perhaps.
Did you like? Maybe your normal form, like giant with giant claws, perhaps, mayhaps.
In the end, we all have our limits. You probably witnessed mine as I have witnessed yours.
Mine? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Are you? What color are your scales? Silver, white? What was it again? Silver it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would just not say anything anymore. I was just like, okay. So
Wait, did you
want
ask
some-
what color are your scales?
I was asking you again what
Oh,
color
yeah.
the scales were when.
Yeah,
on the
like
corner of my eye.
it seemed pale white or even silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, keep that in mind. I will do further investigation for that later. May I have a pet dragon that flies me into the sky?
Are you gonna ask him that or what?
I mean, it would be cool, so I do.
You do. It lingers its head a bit, raised from the rest of its body, shakes to the left, shakes to the right, looks back at you and just pronounces, "One day, butterfly, one day."
You just call me butterfly. Do I look like you can flirt with me?
Can you roll me an insight check?
I know butterflies are my thing, but that's kind of sus. So, like, excuse me, sir. Wait, did you say inside? Right?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm disgusting him with insight.
Why is this fucking weird ass python flirting with you? Cringe.
Cringe, bro. I'm not into scalies, you know.
True, she's a furry after all.
I'm not a furry.
Okay, Queen of the Lynxes, I see her.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that I'm a furry.
Anyway.
Stop giggling! Stop giggling!
Anyway, the
Anyways, I
rest
proceed my watch, yeah.
the rest of the watch without any problems, without anything, and your python companion falls asleep. And you also want to sleep. So, who's next?
We had Danae, I guess there's Tutra. Wake up.
I'm up.
She's up.
I'm up, emotionally happy.
I'm gonna cuddle with Snake. That's my snake now.
Are you gonna? Okay, so before you just roll in perception check, but one thing is obvious. Ural is very comfortable of getting almost strangled by this python that eventually just basically gets the entire body in this like twist. It just kind of
Noodle.
coils around. You have a noodle around you, Ural.
You never let me restrict him like that.
Recipitra gets envious.
You're a weird goo. You're wet and weird goo.
You got your consort companion.
How could I know?
So where's the perception check?
How could I know? Like you always do.
You look around, it is dead of night. It is peaceful, it is quiet. The only thing that really causes any sound is the water splashing occasionally with an additional wave. However, you feel odd. Something is off, Recipitra. Something within the wind. Something within the sound of it all. Something just doesn't seem right. You look back every once in a while across the river that you crossed before. Something out there beyond the river, beyond the tree lines, not too far, something is there. I just imagine like, hell beam time.
Well, I would like to cast guidance on myself and try to take a closer look if I can see anything over there.
Okay.
Do you want like another perception check or?
Well, give me a second. A rolling perception check. I'm sorry.
Actually, might as well use a flash of genius on that before that refreshes.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness, what is that?
I am staring at it.
Okay. So, you skulk and you lurk. Across the river, into the trees, past the bushes. You feel it. Closer. You do not hear it, you do not smell it, you do not see it, you just feel it. And it's odd, it's questionably odd. Because you don't even know the feeling. For you, your brains, the only sensation that you have is magnetism. Something that, like invisible field of force, that just all of a sudden you notice.
I
And
would like to, while I'm like looking but not actually seeing anything.
no,
put the castle-
I know what you will see what I didn't finish the sentence though.
Alright,
Yeah. So about 100 feet off the tree lines, basically making backwards, you spot in the distance a flicker of light. It is a campfire that has been freshly made not too long ago. As you get closer, you realize there is but a single thing with the newly made campfire. There is literally just a few branches that are burning softly, gently. A handful of avian creatures with their feathers still attached, with a massive branch poking through them. placed on top of the fire, and you see one of your kin, a plasmoid, red in color, almost like a ruby, seemingly staring at the fire.
Wait, isn't Reservoir also red?
By now I'm like see through with like red scratch marks.
Yeah, you need to get an updated model. Don't worry, one day, TM. Don't worry, that's a lot on hold. But yeah, you basically see this plasmoid, essentially, like almost like a 1.5 foot wide ball, or just a half deflated ball of reddish slime sitting by it. And you realize that that's what you feel. You understand that it's not like a, instinctual primitive cube of acid that is willing to consume all. It has intelligence and you can feel it.
Pacifica can absolutely not contain her excitement and just like emerges from the woods. It's like, hey, my name is Pacifica. Who are you? Where did this come from?
Oh my god.
All of a sudden, the creature often flips its gaze towards the sound and sees you come out. All of a sudden, it contracts its entire being and dashes through the grass up a tree. You don't need to roll anything. It doesn't go far. It's basically stuck now on a tree. It's kind of hanging on the branch. It's liquidy, gelatinous mass trying to stay on the branch. As with a passive insight, you realize that it fears you. Can you roll me a nature, a history, or a survival check?
I suppose I'll go for nature.
So, long ago, years ago, you were brought amongst your kin. Some were a lot more, I guess, fluent, although you were basically a child. You're technically still a child, but you're cognitive, you're a lot more intelligent and whatnot. You almost feel the elder in this situation as you realize this plasmoid, if the theories are correct, how you were taught by the elves, this plasmoid just awoken. It just realized that it's sentient and it just is there, present, trying to figure out what it is, why it's here, and everything in between. And you realize that it couldn't be more than a week that it's been awake and present of what it is.
Baby! Pacifica gets
Suddenly gave birth.
it's like rations out of her bag of holding and extends like a pseudopod to like up the tree and like holds the ration out to it.
So, can you roll me a persuasion check?
Yep. I will absolutely use a flash of genius on this one. This is very important to me. Time for my roll to suck anyway. Yep. Good enough, I guess.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully it's correct. As it looks down at you, still shuddering in gelatinous form, seeing as you bring out food, it almost like tries to realize what you did and just plops to the ground. And then starts wandering towards you and grabs the ration out of your possession. And as basically looking in the mirror, you see as the thing just snatches it the ration goes basically at the very center of its belly and starts to disintegrate slowly but surely.
It's so cute.
Mind
But were you
you,
born in this forest?
give me a second.
Oh,
Give me a second.
well,
Hold on.
meanwhile we all. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, you're all just asleep. You're basically all getting slaughtered by assassins, and Recipient doesn't even know it.
Oh my god, another revenge trope.
Yeah. So, you realize that, the plasmon is basically almost half your size. It is small. Not too super small, but it is small. Yeah, it eats it. It's content with getting food. It's happy. It does not say anything. You don't know if it even knows speech. But it is happy.
I have anything for communication. Nope. Well, it is intelligent enough to make a fire. So, if it can't speak, then it must have been out in the wild on its own. Which probably means that it must have been born here. Well, I try to continue talking to it while also using my pseudopods to try and do signs to show what I mean.
Roll me an intelligence check and see if you can communicate with the red slime in front of you.
But now I wish I still had another charge of Dash of Genius, but oh well.
Oh,
Oh well. Well, how to say this? It seems to understand you. It seems to understand what you're saying, even. But it doesn't seem like it has the capability to speak back at you. Nor does it know how to even act in response to you. But you think, if what do you remember of the plasmoids, how they tend to mature and grow up, it should be at least additional week, and it might even know or speak a language. Maybe common, maybe other language. You don't really know. Expect.
I try to communicate to it that it can join our camp if it wants, and that we have lots of food.
So what you're basically doing is giving a motion to come over and just point the fucking rash, just like ah.
Yes, I wanted to get it in my van.
what? Child abduction?
More like child adoption. I don't see any parents around here.
What are you gonna do? Stop me. You gonna do burn me? Anyway. Well. I mean, it doesn't really stop. It doesn't really question you. It just follows you.
Alright, then I take it back to our camp.
Yeah. You eventually regroup at the camp. Now having literally just a smaller version of a reddish you. That is, while you have a face, it basically looks like just a slime. Are you gonna wake up
I
Ing?
think we'll learn to do that in time.
Gonna wake up Ing?
Well, I I guess I communicate to it that if it wants, it can sleep it, but I'm gonna make sure that nothing bad happens to it.
Are you gonna okay. Ig, my boy. My imp, my fella.
Nah.
Yeah, you're woken up by Recifitra, and Recifitra has another slime.
As I lay down to sleep and revert to slime form, I also like one pseudopod wraps around like the little plasmid and hugs it.
Well, good for her. I didn't know how they reproduced, but I suppose slimes reproducing asexually makes sense. Alright, well, I sit up in a tree.
Uh-huh.
Then that's it.
How-
I just
are
sit up
you
in the tree
gonna-
and wait.
Are you gonna call the baby mitochondria the powerhouse?
Oh my god.
Depends.
So,
If it becomes a sorcerer, maybe.
It would be funny.
Maybe it will also find a name for itself. That's what I did.
Mitochondria, we can name it mitochondria.
I see. So. Ing, my boy, roll me a 4D100 and a perception check.
Oh boy.
4100?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh god. Percepting is not perception, not percepting, yeah.
I am perceiving.
He is the perception TM. Okay. Oh boy. So I just have a simple question, right? Before we continue with this, you know, and you've been traveling with this group basically 24 hours, give or take. What would be your just like genuine like one or two words or sentences of like describing what the fuck was the experience? You know, just like Yelp your review. Let's hear it.
Ing doesn't know what's going on. Ing thought we were on a vengeance quest, and now we're not on a vengeance quest. Now there's more than one slime. I'm not sure who anybody is. I thought the warlock was going to be a regular warlock, but it looks like the warlock's like a not demony warlock, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
Well, I'm not a non-demony warlock. Dianea is a demony warlock.
So
Right. I expected there to be two demony warlocks. You're all very strange. I don't know what's going on.
So
I'm pretty sure I just saw another imp get killed, and I'm thinking about that.
So, as you're having like this gloom realization, like, well, this is kind of just
Oh
like,
no, it's not gloomy. I'm fine.
yeah, you know, it's like you know, you don't really scratch. This is a head scratcher, you know, you don't really know what the fuck is going on. Kind of confusion. Where is this purpose? Where is this power? As soon as like, you start to think, all of a sudden you look at the campfire, still glistening, still burning a bit, and you see it flicker. You know, like you think to yourself nothing of it, then it flickers again and again. It becomes bigger, more hotter, more wider. You feel something within the fire, Ing. Something is on the other side of the flame.
Okay, I watch it intently. I'm not going down there.
You look into the fire. You look past it. You see, for the briefest of moments, a gleaming creature. It is something. It is a face obscured
fire?
by, yeah, obscured of metal. And as you
We're near a river, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It's-
well, I see the face in the fire,
Yeah.
and I'm going to fly over to the river,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna get some water in my hands, and I'm gonna try to douse the fire.
Okay. As
Shoo creature, do not bother me now.
all of a sudden there is a growling sensation through the fire and in your gut as you hear your ears ring. You dare.
I do.
Have you forsaken your birthright?
Like,
Have
what?
you surrendered to mortals?
I am Ing. I am the Black Imp. I have surrendered to nobody. I have a warlock patron, and I've escaped my original captors. Whoever you are, you do not know who I am.
All of a sudden, the fire just almost like snatches you, and you are gone. The first thing as the flash of fire fades, you see to be flying in a plane of fire in cracked what's it called? It's home. It's how to say this? It's cracked obsidian floors, planes of fire, sounds of torture and torment echo. Yeah, it smells of stuff. Yeah. And in front of you there is 100-foot tall creature sitting on an obsidian throne. Give me a second. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Where is the image? I have it on stream, but why is it not showing on the... I am so sad about it. Hold up. Shit, what? God damn it, where is it? Oh, found it. Yeah, this 100-foot creature is now in front of you, sitting, glaring through its metal mask. Can you roll me a religion check or a history check?
What am I rolling? Religion?
History or a religion check?
Okay, but I wouldn't know who this is. I've never lived in hell. It would be very unrealistic for Ing to know who I'm looking at.
I mean, you might have heard of him or seen references of him, and that's up to you to decide.
Well, based on my knowledge check, I'm gonna say... not likely.
Yeah, not likely at all, even with 13.
-1.
Yeah. You do realize something as this creature, this entity, seems to be strapped to the chair. Its mask, its head cracks as shards of obsidian fall. It stares upon you as you're about like 40 feet away from him up in the air. You...
Pregnant.
Wow.
Fat.
Fat fucker. So, any other remarks?
So what? I just got gated? Why?
My personal allies, servants tasked with particular deeds have failed me failed me for far too many times, even beyond redemption. I seek new followers. And you,
I'm gonna
seek
stop
power.
you right there, fat boy. I was enslaved by a circus for 11 years. And the moment I find a new patron, suddenly Mr. Big Pit Lord is like, ooh, I'm looking for a powerful imp to go around and wreak havoc. Well, you know what? I don't need you. I am in the company of powerful beings in the mortal realm who are not strapped to a chair. So gate me back and let me get back to watching for whatever. Because it's my turn, and I still have a couple of hours.
You must misunderstood.
Clearly.
You are in the domain of the mortals that soon will turn into my domain.
Yeah, from your very advantageous position of being stuck in a chair.
You know, your characters have a habit of picking fights with gods.
It all of a sudden gets back on a chair, looks at you. I lost one. I guess I'll cut my losses. I'll remember your name, Imp.
Yeah,
When the
what
time
is it?
comes, you shall have your soul shackled and torn. As all of a
Before
sudden,
you send me back,
he just flings his finger and all of a sudden it vanishes into plume of fire.
Oh, what a dick. He said, I'll remember your name, and then called me Imp. Yeah, I'll remember your name too, fat. What a stupid conversation. I go back to sitting in my tree.
Just like, man, fuck these people.
Other demons are very annoying. Everyone's like, ooh, you're an imp. That means I can just, look how big I am. Would you like to go do things for me because I told you to? No.
I would like to imagine that this is just Ing's conversation with himself as he
Yeah,
mutters
just
this in
like-
his
just like
dream.
whine and go
Angrily
over the
mutters
tree.
in a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Guy doesn't look like he's gone for a walk in 600,000 years. Ooh, I'm the big demon angry patron man. What are you demon lord of? Snacks?
Oh my god, you're just man, you should have turned into a bar and you should just had vicious mockery as your first fucking like just like
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
just fucking mock. Anyway,
Do
The
psychic
demon
damage
lord
to people
of
with
snacks.
insults.
I as the great lord of snacks. So, with that being said, your watch comes to an end. No problems arrive, but then I guess you got an intervention or a god or a demon overlord try to coerce you, and you're like, "Fuck you, fat soap." Calls this.
Oh, look, he had a long time, but now that I'm level 11, suddenly he's like, ooh, that's a cool looking imp. I wish he was on my team. No.
Yeah, basically. So,
Many opportunities.
many opportunities. So, it has been 3 hours or so. I think it's a good way to call it because next session,
Yeah, we gotta eat food.
yeah, next session, Euro's gonna have her character progression. The episode.
See,
Wow.
ruin time. By the way, does this mean that we can give us longest benefits?
What?
Does this mean that we can give ourselves long rest benefits?
Yes, you're all long rested. You have long rested, so you have long rest benefits, TM. So,
Perfect.
with that, I guess we can call it. So, anything you wish to say or do before I'm shutting the stream down with no survivors?
Baby slime.
Oh god. Gonna rate someone. There you go. So yeah, we can go next week, and it's gonna be a cool little thing. It's gonna be a cool little thing, a cool adventure. You're gonna go dungeon diving. Woo! Yay!
Let's go.
Wow.
We're
And
getting somewhere in life.
it's over, and